questions, that's your intention for today. If there is not a clear answer, but there's more of a feeling or a sensation, that is your answer. With that answer in your heart and mind, turn your palms up to the sky and offer that out into this space. And then inhale, turn your palms down to the earth, lift up into a tabletop on hands and knees. And we're going to start with some circling tabletops. So as you exhale, let your hip shift over to the right, back to your right heel, across to your left heel. Inhale, back up to your hands. Exhale to the right, across to the left. Inhale to your hands. Keep going in those circles. And you can close your eyes so you can really feel what's happening in your body and really feel the sidelines, the outer hips, the sides of your ribs, the sides of your neck, feeling what you're feeling as you're circling around here. One more circle this way, and then shift so that your hips go back to the left first, and then across to the right, inhaling back up to your hands. That exhale, hips back to the left, across, inhaling to your hands. A few more circles. We're just juicing things up. There's an anatomist, a dissector named Gil Hedley, who is famous for a YouTube video called the fuzz dance, which breaks up all the junk that we accumulate when we sleep. So we're doing our fuzz dance now. And then inhale to your tabletop, curl your toes under, downward facing dog pose. Bicycle those legs back and forth. Work that fuzz out. We can even inhale, ripple forward and out to a high plank. Exhale, ripple back through to downward facing dog pose. Inhale, rippling forward and out to plank. Exhale, ripple it back through. Keep going. As you're rippling forward and back, can you really feel your core supporting you out to your plank and help to control you back through to your downward dog? Can you find that rippling motion through your spine? Nice. One more time. Exhale, take it back to your downward dog and let's settle here. In your downward facing dog pose, feel your thumb pads, your pointer finger knuckles, and your middle finger knuckles pressing into the earth. Find a broadening across the collarbones. Let your hips reach up and back. Feel like you're fanning your sits bones up and back to the ceiling and wall junction behind you. Breathe here. Can you soften this pose a little bit? Take a deep breath in. Let a nice. One more inhale. Last inhale. And then exhale, work your way towards the head of your mat to your hands. Any way you want to get there. As you're at the head of your mat, look at your feet and make sure your toes are pointing relatively forward. Let your knees be a little soft and then fold down towards your toes. And as you're here in this forward fold, breathe and feel your spine tractioning to the earth. Maybe let a few more of those sighs out to feel that release. So notice that surrender that you get with that. Can you let that happen on every exhale? And if you need the noise, let the noise happen. If you don't need the noise, let it go. And I'll take your hands, walk them around the outside of your right foot, bend your right knee a fair amount, let your left leg straighten and try to pull that left outer hip back. Feeling that stretch in your left IT band, that outside edge of your leg. And maybe into your hammies, it just depends on where your tightness is. And let's walk those hands around to the outside of your left foot, bending your left knee a good bit, and let your right leg try to straighten, pulling that right hip back. Breathing into that right side IT band. And crawl those hands back to center. And just hang down. Zip up through your inner thighs to help to slowly unfurl you all the way up to standing, letting your arms reach up to the sky. And then exhale, gathering your hands into heart center. As you come into Tadasana, which is what this is at the head of your mat, let your eyes close again for a moment and come back home to that vision, that intention for yourself. Whatever that answer was for you, that is absolutely fine, absolutely perfect for you. So with those intentions present, let's offer out one collective Om. Inhale. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank and hold the plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, right knee into your nose. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, left knee into your nose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, plank. Last time, left knee in. Inhale, plank. Exhale, all the way down to the floor. Inhale, peel up just a little bit. Baby cobra, look over your right shoulder. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel up a little bit. Look left. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift your hands up from where they are. Lift your chest up from where it is. Lift your legs up, that whole back line engaging. Beautiful. Exhale, the hands down, hips to your heels like you're going into child's pose. Now curl up so you're sitting up onto your heels. If this is a really uncomfortable position for you, feel free to stand up onto your knees. If you are on your heels or on your knees, doesn't matter which one, inhale, lift your heart up to the sky, roll the shoulders back, either hands to your sacrum or to the floor, and then exhale, your hands come forward, curl the toes under, downward facing dog pose. If you need to work out some of those kinks here, go for it. Connecting into your breath, trying to get that weight up and back towards your hips. Out of the shoulders, broadness across those collarbones, giving your neck some space. One more deep breath in. Empty those lungs, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach up, lift your heart up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank again. Hold the plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, right knee outside of your right upper arm bone. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, left outside of left. Inhale, plank. Again, right outside of right as you exhale. Inhale, plank. Last time, left outside of left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, peel up. Look over that right shoulder, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel it up. Look left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands, legs, and chest all lift. Exhale, hands down, hips to your heels. Curl it up or stand up onto those knees, hands by your feet or hips. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, those hands dive forward. Curl the toes under, downward dog, and breathe. And feel that connection to the earth from your hands, that pressure shifting back into your hips. Broaden those collarbones. Let your neck have some space. Another inhale. Empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Last time, we're going to hold it. Inhale. Exhale, right knee crosses to left elbow. Roy knew. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee over to right elbow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right over to left. Inhale, plank. Last time, left to right. Inhale, plank, lower all the way down. Inhale, peel it up. Look over that right shoulder. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel it up. Look left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, let it all lift up, hands, legs, and chest. Exhale, hands down, hips to your heels. Curl it on up, hands to hips or by your feet. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, dive those hands forward, downward facing dog. Getting those juices flowing now. Connecting into your breath. Yeah, sighs if you need the sigh. So a sigh is a way for us to move what's called liver chi stagnation. What the hell is that? It's stress, basically. It's just stress. Get it out. One more deep breath in. Empty it all the way, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lift the heart. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. And finally, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. One more. Inhale, empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Little heart opening if you've got it there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Don't sag the shoulders. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Yeah, let go of that tension in the neck, in the shoulders. One more. Inhale, empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. One more, Sunday. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep your heart open. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Broad collarbones. Ease for the neck. Nice. Another inhale. Empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees, Utkatasana. We're going to stay here in Utkatasana. And as you're in your Utkatasana, have a sense of really feeling the weight of your arms sink into their sockets. Imagine someone just dumped a bucket of water over your head, which would be freaking awesome right now. But hey, it is what it is. So we can just pretend it's happening. So imagine that water is being dumped over your head and you're feeling all of the weight of your spine sink towards your hips. And then all of the weight of your hips sink towards your knees. The whole weight of your body sinking towards your heels. So as many exhales as you need to feel that ease in your body, letting your bones support you. 2 more breaths here. We've got this. One more. Inhale. Exhale, fold to the earth. Woohoo, you're welcome. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep that heart open as you lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot towards your right hand. We're going to stay in warrior one for this first time. As you come up into warrior one, that left foot, the left heel should smear down. The outer edge of your left foot is pressing down so you can feel your arch peeling up away from the ground. Let's even add in, feel like you're gripping the mat with your left toes. Yeah. So if your arch was not lifted up off the ground then, it should be now. Keep that connection to your left foot and pull your right outer hip back. Yes. And now let's take our hands around behind our back, interlace those hands, roll the shoulders back, lift your heart up to the sky. As you inhale, feel a lift through the front body, and as you exhale, ease down your back. One more. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps towards that left hand. Right foot smears down. Arms up to the sky. Outer edge of your right foot is pressing to the earth. Feel those toes gripping into the mat so you can really feel that engagement through that back foot. Nice. This is helping us to connect into our deep front line. You should feel the inner thigh muscles of your right leg engaging with that. Can you pull that left outer hip back and feel a sense of squeezing your inner thighs in towards each other here? Yes. Now take those arms, interlace them around behind your back. That inhale to feel a lift up through that front body. Exhale, ease down your back. That inhale, that lift up the front. Exhale, ease. One more. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Yeah, let those sighs out. I can feel it coming up. Let it go. Whoo! Nice. One more. Inhale. Empty it out. Feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Full breath into upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, reach up to your warrior one. Grip those toes. Exhale, move through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot steps forward. As you come up, let those right toes grip the earth behind you and then go on through your flow. Yes, focus on the back foot. Find your flow. We're going to meet up in downward dog together. It doesn't matter. Take your time. My pace may not be your pace, and that's okay. Good. One more. Inhale. Empty those lungs, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold to the earth. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Deep breath into upward facing. Roll the shoulders back. Empty, downward facing. Right foot forward. Coming up, grip the mat with those left toes. And then exhale, hands come down. Step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot steps forward. Grip the mat with those right toes. And then exhale, hands down. Step back. Chaturanga. Move on through your vinyasa at your pace. We'll meet in downward dog. We're breathing. Letting go of some of that unnecessary tension. Good. One more deep breath in. Empty those lungs, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Chaturanga, no saggy shoulders. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward. Come up, left toes gripping the mat. Flow through. Let your breath carry you through. Once you're back in downward dog, left foot forward. Let those right toes grip the mat. Yes, and then flow on through. Beautiful, you guys. Upward facing dog. We're meeting in downward facing dog. Let those sides out if you need it. Yeah, let me know how you feel. Nice. One more inhale. Empty it out. Feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold it down. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward. Grip the mat with those left toes as you come up. Flow through your vinyasa. Complete those breaths. When you're ready, the left foot steps forward. No rush. Those right toes grip the mat, and then you flow on through. So nice, everybody. Honoring yourself, your breath, your body's rhythm. Once we're in downward dog, take some breaths. Let those sighs go. And let's take our hands and walk them all the way back to our feet. So we're at the back of the mat in a forward fold. Take a moment and just let yourself hang here. And then we're going to inhale, bend those knees, coming into Utkatasana. In Utkatasana here, we're going to bring the hands to prayer. We're going to twist to the right. So as you twist to your right, keep your left hand into that half a prayer where it is. Let your right arm float up to the sky. Yep, that's it, Devin. Perfect. And now inhale, come back up to Utkatasana. Both arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Let your left arm float up. Keep that right hand where it is. Yes. Inhale, come up. We're going to flow through this now. Exhale to the right. Right arm floats up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Left arm floats up. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Right arm floats. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Left arm floats. Inhale, center. Press to stand. Woo, and fold to the earth. I do it with you because I need to know what you're feeling, you know. So in this forward fold, go ahead and take your peace fingers, hook them around those big toes. Inhale, find a halfway lift to lengthen your spine, and then let your heart guide you towards your toes. So really try to maintain that length in your spine as you fold. Can you let go of the unnecessary tension here? Maybe it's through a Where can you soften? Don't pull. Try to melt into this forward fold. Yes. And then release those fingers from your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk it back out to downward facing dog pose. In your downward dog, let's inhale, float that right leg up to the sky. Heel to your bum. Excuse me, twist your hip open to the right. We're going to stay here. We're not flipping the dog over. Take another inhale, twist a little bit more. Exhale your right knee into your nose. Inhale, lift, twist it back open. Exhale, the knee outside of your right upper arm bone. Inhale, lift, twist it open. Let your knee cross to the left. Kick your right leg through to the left. Smear that left heel down to the mat and roll yourself open. Left arm reaches up to the sky, coming into what's called wild thing pose. Yes, squeeze in through those inner thighs. That'll help you to give you a little bit more levity. Yes. And then exhale, left hand down, right knee into your nose. One more, inhale, lift, twist it open. Exhale, step the right foot forward for crescent lunge, crescent warrior, whatever you want to call it. Reach those arms up to the sky. Let's actually bring the hands to the hips for a moment, just so you all can feel the deep front line engaging. The deep front line corresponds to the liver meridian, the kidney meridian, and the spleen meridian. So it's a whole hell of a lot of energy moving through there. We're going to squeeze in through the inner thighs, and you should feel a sense of getting a little bit lighter, and then let it go and notice how you sink. Squeeze in, feel how you lift, and again, just let it go and sink. Now squeeze in, keep that squeezing in, and we'll reach those arms up to the sky. Turn your palms forward. Inhale, reach your arms back, lift your heart up. Exhale, fold, sweep the arms back by your hips. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, fold, sweep those arms back. One more time. Inhale, lift it up, balance, it's all good. Exhale, float forward into airplane pose. Try pointing your right toes rather than flexing your foot. Really reach the ball of your right foot back. Reach your heart forward. This is a back bend, so lift your chest up. Interlace those hands behind your back maybe to help you to open your heart a little more. Yes, there it is. Now hands to prayer. Oops, I'm going to spill my seltzer. Lower your right fingertips down to the earth. We're going to twist open into half moon pose. In half moon, go ahead and flex that left heel back now. Press the heel to the back wall. Reach your heart to the head of your mat and reach your arms apart. Yes. Squeeze in through those inner thighs here. I can't remember your name. Switch those arms really quick because we're going to do a transition that you'll need to open that way. Yep, there we go. Now we're going to bend that right knee and step back to warrior two. Yes. Lovely, Jody. Hands to your hips. And just take a peek down at your feet. You want to have your right heel dividing your left arch in half. And then can you kick your left heel back a little bit so you have a slight angle to your back foot? Press the outer edge down and grip the mat with those left toes. Feel that inner arch lift. Feel the inner thigh muscles engage. Squeeze in through those inner thighs. Arms out to your T. Nice. I kind of wanted to give it a try. We're going to give it a try. We'll just see how it goes. We're going to bring the elbows in. This is like my husband's thing, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Give me some grace. You know, we have to do that sometimes. We're going to take an inhale here. And now as you exhale, take your back arm, which is your left. I'm on the same side as you guys. Okay, we've got it. So take your left arm. You're going to twist it forward. You're going to punch and then unfurl your fingers so that you have like a knife hand. And then we're going to take the light bulb out, grab the fist in, pull that elbow back in, come to center. We're going to switch the feet. So we're going to take the right heel, smear it back, left toes come forward. Grip with those right toes, yep. And then twist towards your left leg, punch that right arm forward, unfurl the fingers so you have a knife hand, yep. Take out the light bulb, pull the fist back in, bring it back to center as you exhale, and then inhale, punch through to the head of the mat, knife hand, yep. Exhale, pull it back in, we'll move through center, and then we're going to inhale, punch forward, unfurl those fingers, light bulb, pull it in. Yep, go back and forth. Find your breath. Inhale through, exhale. So find your transition. What works for you? Yes. Nick will refine it for me later. Yes, we got it. Uh-huh. One more time, take it to the back of your mat. And then one more time, take it to the head of the mat. So we should have that right foot forward, the left heel back. Yes. And let's come into our warrior two. We're going to straighten through the front foot, right foot, coming into a reversed warrior. From your reversed warrior, bend your right elbow, cup the back of your head. Inhale, twist your chest open to the sky. Exhale, turn your chest down to the ground and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, open that chest to the sky. Exhale, turn it to the ground, looking over that left shoulder. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to look over that left shoulder. Inhale to the sky. Stay here. Reach that right arm back. Big, big side stretch. Yes. Inhale, come on up. Let's soften out to triangle pose. In triangle pose, taking your left arm, inhale, reach it back to the person or wall behind you, and then exhale, let that arm fall to the ground in front of you. You're going to unfurl your arm like a fern. Inhale, coming up, reach it back. Exhale, let it fold down to the earth. Inhale, unfurl like a fern, reach it back. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, unfurl. Exhale, fold it down. This time as you inhale, unfurl, come all the way up to stand. Turn those toes to the long edge of your mat. Hands to your hips. Feel the outer edges of your feet pressing down. Can you feel your toes gripping the mat to get your arches to get that extra lift? Nice. Inhale. Exhale, fold to the earth. Hands come down. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. You can find a halfway lift. Let your heart soften to the earth. And really, yogi's choice here. If you want to go into a tripod, go for it. If you want to do some ninja lunges, absolutely. Those ninja lunges are really helping us to tap into that deep front line. The liver meridian and the kidney meridian are definitely fair game right now as we transition from winter to spring. So liver is the spring, kidney is the winter. Nice. And that liver helps us to decide. It comes up with that vision and that strategy. Nice. And if you are inverted, go ahead and bring those feet back down onto the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to your right foot. Pivot all 10 toes to face forward so you're in a runner's lunge position. Your right foot is the front foot. You're going to inhale, reach that right leg up and back into a one-legged downward dog pose. Heel to your bum, flip your dog over. Zip up through those inner thighs to help you to feel that extra lift. Yes, that levity. Awesome. Finding that breath. One more inhale. Exhale, unflip all the way over to right side plank. In your right side plank, take your left foot and stamp it in front of you on the mat with your knee bent. Yep. We're going to inhale, push the hips up to the sky, reach your right arm overhead so that it reaches to the head of your mat. Yep. Exhale, lower it's your right hip, sorry. Reach your right hip down to the ground and let your left arm reach back behind you. Yes. Inhale, lift up, arm overhead. Exhale, sink it down, arm reaches back. We've got it. Inhale, lift it up, arm overhead. Exhale, sink it down. Now this time, inhale, unflip yourself. Hands come down. We're going to take now that to your left leg, you guys. I'm on the opposite. Left leg up and back. Heel to your bum. So we're ready for the other side. Take an inhale. Exhale that left knee into your nose. Inhale, lift, twist it open. Exhale, left knee outside of that left upper arm bone. Inhale, lift, twist it open. Exhale, the knee crosses over to the right. Kick that left leg through to the right. Spiral that right heel down. Reach that right arm up. Zip up through those inner thighs. Yes. There it is. Nice. Exhale, right hand down. Left knee into your nose. Inhale, reach back, twist that hip open. And then step that left foot forward between your hands. Crescent warrior. Come on up. Hands to your hips at first. Feel that sense of zipping up through the inner thighs and how you get a little lift. And then let that go and notice how you sink a little bit to the earth. Zip up through those inner thighs. Feel that little lift. Let it go. Feel that sink. Zip up and keep the zip. Arms up to the sky, palms forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, fold, sweep your arms back by your hips. Inhale, come on up, palms forward. Exhale, fold, sweep those arms back. Last time, inhale, come up. This time, float forward to airplane pose. Weight to your left foot, arms sweep back. Point through the right toes. Feel like you're reaching the ball of the foot back and you're reaching the heart forward. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift the heart up even more. Yeah, there it is. Very nice. Hands to heart center. Left fingertips towards the earth. Twisting your right hip open into half moon pose. As you come into your half moon, flex that right foot back so you feel like your heel is reaching back. Yep, and as you reach your heel back, reach your heart forward, pull your arms apart. Yes. And now can you allow those left fingertips to get a little bit lighter? And we're going to bend that left knee, step back into your warrior two. So that right foot just steps back. Warrior two. Very good. Hands, hips. Make sure the hips are looking right on over towards that right side of your mat and peek down at your feet. Your left heel should be dividing your right arch in half. Yep, kick that right heel back a little bit and then grip the earth with those right toes. Feel that arch lifting. Feel that engagement through the inner thigh. Bring our elbows into our waist, make those fists. You're going to exhale, twist towards the head of the mat. Punch that right arm forward, blade hand, and unscrew the light bulb. Pull the elbow back in, bring it back to center. Exhale, twist to the back of the mat, punch, fingers unfurl. Twist that light bulb, bring it back in. Exhale, punch to the head of the mat. Inhale, let's bring it back to center. Exhale, punch to the back of the mat. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, punch forward. Inhale, bring it back to center. Can you allow this to have some precision to it? So really thinking about how that arm moves forward. Find that knife hand. Unscrew the light bulb. Bring it back in. Yes. Find that precision. That's it. One more time to the back of the mat. One more time to the head of the mat. And then we'll stay here, opening into your warrior two. Let's take it back into a reversed warrior. Right hand onto your right leg. Bend your left elbow, cup the back of the head. Straight left leg now. Sorry, I didn't say that. Yep. Inhale, twist your chest towards the sky. Exhale, turn your chest down towards the ground, looking over that right shoulder. Inhale, twist to the sky. Exhale, twist it towards the earth. Yep, find that breath. Inhale and the exhale. One more inhale and the exhale. And as you inhale open, reach that left arm overhead. Big stretch back. Inhale, come on up. Soften it out to your triangle pose. Nice straight left leg. Yep. And in that triangle pose, inhale, reach that right arm back. Exhale, fold that arm down to the earth like a fern unfurling. Inhale, unfurl the arm, reach it back. Exhale, let it fold down. Beautiful. Inhale, unfurl. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, unfurl. Exhale, fold it down. This time as you inhale, unfurl, come all the way up to stand. Turn those toes to face that right edge of your mat. And we're actually going to take the toes and turn them out now slightly. So this is called, if any of you have taken a ballet bar class, it's wide second position. You're welcome. Now you know. Bend the knees. We're going to come into a plie position now. And let's take our arms into a cactus position. You're going to squeeze in through your inner thighs. This is going to be confusing, but it's okay. It's all right to be a little confused sometimes. I'm confused most of the time, just so you all know. We're going to side bend over to the right. Let your left arm sweep down to the ground. Let it connect onto your left quadricep muscles, and then your right arm is going to inhale, bring you back upright. Exhale, side bend to the right. Left arm sweeps down. Inhale, that right arm brings you back up. It's a big circle. Exhale to the right, arm comes down. Inhale, bring it back up to the left. One more, exhale to the right. Inhale, come back up to the left. I'll give you a break before we do the other side. Straighten the legs. Turn the toes forward, fold down. And in your fold, you can do some ninja lunges, just to kind of break it up a little bit. And then bring it back to center. Toes are still pointed forward. As you inhale, come all the way back upright. Turn those toes out, back into your plie position. All right, we're going to exhale, side bend to the left. Let your right arm sweep down to the ground, connecting to your right leg. Inhale, the left arm brings you back up. Exhale to the left, right arm sweeps down. Inhale, that left arm brings you back up. Yep, one more time to the left. Inhale, coming back up. Let's straighten those legs, turn the toes forward, and fold to the earth. Yeah, you can do some figure eights with your pelvis here. Can you try to create a figure eight or an infinity symbol with your hips as you're folded here? And let's inhale, halfway lift. Walk those hands over to your left foot. Pivot all 10 toes to face forward. We're in that runner's lunge position. Your left foot is your front foot. Inhale, reach up and back to a one-legged downward dog pose. So left leg up and back. Heel to your bum. You can flip your dog over now. Zip up through those inner thighs. Feel that lift, that opening up through the front line of your body. Allow that inhale to give you more of a lift through the front body. That exhale to soften into the back bend. One more inhale. Exhale, unflip all the way over to left side plank. From your left side plank, right foot is going to stamp in front of you. Yes. Right arm up to the sky. Inhale, push the hips up. Reach that right arm overhead. Exhale, sink the hips down. Right arm reaches to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift, arm overhead. Exhale, sink, arm to the back of the mat. Nice. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, lift it up. One more time. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, lift it up. Unflip. We're going to take that right foot, reach it up and back. Heel to your bum, twist it open. Exhale, the right foot steps wide outside of your right hand at the head of your mat. Left foot wide outside of your left hand, coming down into a yoga squat. Who knew you would love a yoga squat so much, Angie? You know, right? Who knew? I knew. Yeah. Angie loves this pose. It's her favorite. It's a little love-hate relationship we got going on here, but it's okay. So from here, we have some options. You can stay here in your squat. You can bring your hands down, lift your hips up, and come into a crow pose if you'd like. If crow isn't your pose, but you kind of want to build that strength to eventually come into crow, stay in your squat, plant your hands, and just do a little hop and rock back. So this was my favorite way to really get that is it Suzanne Summers, that inner thigh, kind of the thigh master, which still exists, just so you guys know. So if you want one, you can certainly get one, but you also just have one right here, squeezing those inner thighs into your arms. Those of you in crow pose, squeeze in through those inner thighs, float the legs back, chaturanga, or step back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we got to get some size out. We got to move that liver chi. That's it. Let it go. Another inhale. Good. One more inhale. Work your way to the head of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, unfurl to stand. I got to take a sip of water, so you're just going to exhale your hands to heart center. Take a pause so I can sip some water here. We're going to come into tree pose. So we're going to take the right foot and plant it to your left inner thigh. You feel the squeeze of your right foot into your left inner thigh. So that's squeezing, and that's helping us to connect into that deep front line. You know what? Let's bring the feet down. We're just going to play a little bit because why not? So we're standing here, and you're going to try to identify which leg do you kind of like to hang out into. And if you're not sure, that's okay. It's all good. But get a sense. For me, I don't really feel like I like to stand into my right leg quite as much as I like to stand into my left leg. For any of you that have had babies, and if you have carried them onto a hip, try to remember which hip you maybe carried them on, because that's probably the hip that you like to push out. So just to explain why we're doing this, we all tend to have a leg that we like to stand into. The leg that we like to stand into, those outer hip muscles are now long. The other hip, those muscles are shorter in comparison, and that does create in every single person in here a tilt of your pelvis. That's what I do for a living, y'all. So, it's there, trust me. So what we're going to do is play with this in our tree pose. So whichever, just to allow no confusion to come into play, because again, I'm confused most of the time. Whichever hip that you like to stand into, that's going to be your stabilizing leg for right now. So you're going to stabilize into that leg, let the opposite foot, whatever it is, come to that inner thigh. So the job here for you, so right now you're on the leg that potentially, if you guessed right, there may be a little overstretched. So really squeeze in and feel like you're allowing your opposite hip to elevate a little bit. So this is your job for right now, hands to prayer. If you feel once you have that, so you're going to be a little wonky here, just embody the wonkiness for now. So as you're wonky here, you can let those arms reach up to the sky, and we're trying to engage in. Yes, that's it. So the other meridian that will be into play very shortly here in the spring is the gallbladder meridian, which is along the outside of our body, our lateral line. The gallbladder really helps the liver do the plan. It helps it make it come to fruition. Nice. Let's go to bring 2 feet down and just do a little shimmy. Now the other leg, so this is the leg that the outer hip muscles are a little shorter. So we're going to now plant the opposite foot that was not up before to that inner thigh. Now your job is to try to just sink into that hip. Yeah, can you sink into that hip? Probably not. That's okay. So you might be a little extra wobbly on this side. This is not the side that you like to stabilize on typically. So that's why those little wobbles happen. That's okay. If you feel stable enough, you could reach your arms up, go for it. And we could do a side bend away from that leg. Trying to feel the, yep, if you fall, your foot will catch you. Just let it happen. Don't try to bounce around. Just let that foot come down. It's all good. Nice. And let's come on up. Isn't that amazing? So easy to stand on the stable leg, really hard to stand on the wobbly leg. Very good. Let's come back to the head of the mat. And with that information that you have in mind, so we all know which is our side that's a little longer, and we know which side is a little more stable. We're going to inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold it down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So whichever leg is the leg that you are a little longer on, we're going to bring that knee forward for half pigeon. So whichever leg is a little longer, bring that knee forward for your half pigeon. So similar to what we just did in our tree pose, in half pigeon, we're going to squeeze in and stay up. So squeeze in through the inner thighs, squeeze in through the sides of the hips and stay upright. You might get fatigued after the squeeze. If you get fatigued, you can kind of relax it, do a little shimmy, and then squeeze back in. So we want to find more strength in that looser side so that we don't eventually, if you don't already have lower back issues, hopefully we can not make that happen as we balance the hips. 99% of the people that come into my treatment room, which I don't treat a lot of people anymore, but in the past when I did, 99% of them that came in, their hips were off. And all I did was balance their hips, and they're like, oh my gosh, I feel better. And it always amazed me. I was like, damn, it worked. But like, I don't know why it was so surprising, because I kind of knew at that point that it was working. So this is how you can do it yourself. Really help to balance out the hips on your own. So breathing in here, squeezing into those hips. I know, if you got to tap out and come on in. Come on back to us. It's okay. Sometimes we got to take that break and get back into it. All right, go ahead and release. We're just going to shift to the hip, swing the other leg around, take that leg back. Super graceful transition. You're welcome. So now this side is the side that we get to just fold down. So depending upon your body, if this doesn't work for you to fold down, you can lay on your back. There's lots of options. But this is the side we want to just stretch. So fold down. Breathe into this pose. You can do a few rocks side to side here to help to loosen up that tissue. And my hope is you all kind of feel like baby deers walking out of here today. If that's how you feel, you're welcome. I've done my job. And as we're here in this pose, this is a pose that sometimes when we're not moving a whole lot, we don't have to, our minds may wander. So to stay in this moment, as you notice your inhale move in your mind, tell yourself, I am. And as you exhale, ready. Inhale, I am. Exhale, ready. And as you're allowing those words to cycle through, maybe contemplating, what are you ready for? Even though we're not quite there yet, we're not quite in spring, to make that thing happen, this is the time to prepare. It's the time that we're still gathering in our resources, ensuring that when spring is here, when you are ready to burst forth and grow and expand and see your vision come to fruition, you will be ready. And if you notice that your mind wanders, one of my MBSR providers, which is mindfulness-based stress reduction at the hospital, I love this. She said, if you notice that your mind wanders, that means you are being mindful. Well done. We've done it. So if you notice that happening, gently bring it back to that inhale, I am, and that exhale, ready. We're going to be here a little longer than we were on the other side. This side needs to let go. And a little secret, it's so important to lengthen the shorter side before we can strengthen the longer side. We don't have much option if that shorter side doesn't let go. A few breaths here. What can you surrender right now? Is there any gripping, any resistance? How can you start to let it go? And then inhale, start to crawl those hands in towards your whichever shin is in front, because I'm not sure which it is. Shift on to that hip and swing the back leg around so both legs are pointed towards the head of the mat. We are still in the water season, so we've got to bring in some fluid elements to it, so we're gonna do my favorite little ab flow here. So we're gonna take an inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, curl down halfway, your arms sweep forward. Your belly is melting in. Let's just take a, really feel that belly button melt in. Now inhale, dive forward, lift up. Exhale, curl halfway, melt the belly. Inhale, dive it forward and up. Exhale, melt that belly. Inhale, dive it forward and up. Again, melt that belly. Inhale, dive it forward and up. Two more. One more. Now, as we come forward, bend the knees. Let your arms hug underneath of your thighs. And really sandwich your belly onto your thighs. Make it really nice and close here. Keep your belly connected to your thighs, and maybe you can walk your feet forward. If you can't, that's okay. Go where you can. If your belly disconnects, take a little step back. Make sure your belly's still connected. Forehead drops towards your knees. This is a very rare moment that Debbie Downer will ever let you stretch the back of your body in a hunched position, so enjoy it. The back line of our body is the bladder meridian. It's a holding vessel. There is that balance, though, of holding and being able to let go. We're still deep into that winter, not deep, but we're starting to come out of that winter, holding on, having that ability to find that greater balance and letting go. And then unhug those thighs, unfurl the spine, arms reach forward, curl all the way down onto your back. Bend the knees, bring the feet onto your mat. We're going to come up into bridge pose. As you come up into your bridge pose, feel the zipping up through the inner thighs to unfurl you up into your bridge. So zip up, let your bum lift up, your lower back, your upper back lifts, and then interlace those hands behind your back. As you inhale, feel that lift up through the front body. Exhale, ease down the back body. That inhale, that zipping up through the front. Exhale, ease down the back. One more inhale, release the hands, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Swish those knees side to side. The knees up to the sky. Again, zip up through those inner thighs to come up into your bridge. Your hips lift, lower back, upper back. If you want to go into wheel, flex your hands, bring them overhead, fingertips facing your shoulders. Inhale, push those hands and feet down to lift up. Even in your wheel, zip up through those inner thighs. Let that give you a little bit more lightness here. If you're in bridge or wheel, find again that zipping up through the inner thighs to get even lighter here. It doesn't matter which pose, we're all doing it. One more inhale, exhale, chin to chest, come on down. Swish those knees side to side. Hands overhead, Ready, set, and go. Find your pose. Bridge your wheel. Zip up through those inner thighs. Bridge your wheel. You can float your right leg up to the sky. Circle it around. You can bring that right foot down and then left foot up. Circle it around. Bring that foot down. One more inhale, everybody, and then exhale to the earth. Swish those knees side to side. And then again, knees up to the sky, hands overhead. Inhale, lift up, go up, find your pose. Squeeze in through those inner thighs. Find that inhale to feel a little more lift. That exhale to soften through the back line of your body. Another inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, come on down. Swish those knees. Again, knees to the sky. Hands overhead if you're going for it, and do it. Find your pose. Maybe letting your right arm reach towards your right hip if you're in wheel, and then lower it down. Left hand to your left hip. Lower it down. One more inhale where you are. Exhale, come on down. Swish those knees. One more time. Hands overhead. And do it. Go for it. Find your pose. Lift up. Zip up through those inner thighs. Find that breath. Cultivate your vitality through your breath, through your inner thigh muscles. That deep front line is where our vitality lives. 2 more breaths. On your last exhale, come on down. Swish those knees side to side first. And then feet together, knees out, hands to your hips. Maybe a few sighs. Letting it go. Surrendering. And then hug those knees into your chest. Let's do 3 circles one way, 3 circles the opposite way. And let both knees drop over to the right. Your left arm reaches to the left, wringing out the spine. Each exhale, feel that left shoulder softening to the earth. Imagine there's a sandbag resting onto your shoulder, and it's softening even more with each exhale. And then gently roll it back over onto your back. Switch, knees over to the left, right arm to the right, wringing out that spine. That imaginary sandbag resting onto your right shoulder, allowing that exhale to soften you. And roll it back over onto your back. Hug both knees into your chest. We're just going to float the legs up to the sky for a little inversion here, keeping your hands onto your belly. Let's just stay onto our backs because we're coming into Shavasana very soon. So with your hands resting onto your belly, let your shoulders be easy. Let your upper leg bones, so not the ones that are closer to the sky, but the ones that are closer to your hips, feel like they're just getting heavier and heavier. And let your feet, both legs, do 3 circles one way, tracing a little circle overhead, and 3 circles the opposite way. And let's hug those knees into the chest. Happy baby pose. A few rocks side to side. And plant those feet down onto your mat. Swish those knees side to side, washing out anything that you might be holding on to. And stretch those legs all the way long on your mat. Everybody has a cool eye towel somewhere close by. You can place it where you'd like it. Take a deep breath in. Let another inhale. Adjust your body. Take up some space. You can let your legs open a little wider. Your arms can move away from your body a little further. Give yourself permission to rest. And as you notice that inhale move in, I am. The exhale, ready. That inhale, I am. The exhale, ready. And I'll let you know in just a few moments when we can start to move around and come back to an upright position. Enjoy the space. Enjoy the rest. And before we start to come back to an upright position, just asking yourself what it is that you're ready for. Maybe that answer is clear, maybe it's fuzzy, whatever it is, it's yours. Deepen your breath. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet onto your mat, swish those knees side to side, and then swish on over to the right side, all the way over, your forehead coming down to your mat. The reminder of your truth, of that aspect of you that has been with you from before you were born to this moment now. Then gently lift on upright with that connection to your truest, deepest aspect of self. Your hands to a prayer position at heart center, your eyes closed. And let's end the practice with 3 rolling ohms. Inhale. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. We made it. Woohoo! Well done, everybody. Thank you so much. And if anybody has any questions for me or for Leah about adaptation, we're here. You can let us know. And the dates aren't up yet, but we are proposed to start on August 26th, 27th, and 28th as the first weekend. Ruby just has to put the dates on the website. So thanks again.